What's going on, everybody? Say what's up. Say what's up. Super excited today. We're going to get started in a couple minutes, all right? Thank you so much for coming. I've already been crying, so I need you guys to help me. Oh, I can't post to Facebook right now, so that's okay. Just a couple minutes, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I am super excited to give you Mom's story, and there's some laughs. Grab the tissues. I need them. Thank you, thank you. We'll get started in just a little bit. Say what's up if you're in the building. Holla at your girl. Just another minute. I got my wine. I've got my, oh, where are my tissues? Can I get another? I'm already a mess. I already lost my tissues. Awful. All right. A little bit of a big deal tonight. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. I am going to go ahead and try and get here and hopefully get through this like a champ. Like the strong woman that I am. Okay, so let's actually get started, shall we? So welcome, everyone, to a special I call Hello from the Other Side, where we are going to be celebrating life after death. I'm Angie, if you don't know me, and I lost my mom about 4 weeks ago. So for the next hour, you're going to get to meet her, and you're going to learn of the legacy that she left behind. Me. I want to share her story and how I've come to find peace with her passing. I feel closer to her than I have ever felt with her physical body right next to me. So I feel like I've come a long way and I have something to give to others. My mom remembered me up until her very last breath. And what comes next is why. September 4th, 1984, y'all, that's me. I died twice within the first 24 hours I was born. I was very, very sick, and my birth mother had two choices. She could put me up for adoption, and I could have a chance to have a normal life and live, or she could take me home like she wanted to, and I would eventually die. I'm here today. So she made the right choice for me, for her, and hopefully for the world. Lucky for me, As a NICU baby, I was loved immediately by one of the NICU nurses. Her name was Mary Ellen Smith. She was really special. And she decided that she would take me home to her family. She had 2 sons, a couple pets, and most importantly, she had a nanny. So the day after Christmas in 1984, after 4 months of being in the NICU, I got to go home. So that's Mary Ellen on the far left. That's Pam, the nanny, in the middle. And you guys already know who's in the stroller. Little old me. So home consisted of Mary Ellen, my mom, my brothers, our pets, and we became such a fast family. Within months, they knew that they wanted to make it permanent. So in 1985, in Miami, Florida, they fought the court systems over and over and over again to make us legally a family. And Florida in 1985 said no. It is not allowed for a white family to adopt a Black baby. And they were heartbroken. You know, it almost seems like, what do you do at that point? What's crazy is, despite the challenges, there's always a silver lining. And the silver lining behind them not being able to adopt me right then and there that year was that for the next 4 years, my relationship with the nanny, Pam, was going to grow into something really magical. There was a bond that was undeniable. And like the rest of my life, unconventionally, Mary Ellen and Pam both decided that when it was time to adopt, that Pam was going to officially be my mom. So always look for the silver linings, guys. They're out there, despite what we think. So for the next 4 years, we plotted, we planned, and we were going to head north to Connecticut. In Connecticut, we had family. And in Connecticut, we could legally be a family. So it was a big deal. My family was amazing. They were super courageous because they were doing things no one else was doing. My mom, she was a white 50-year-old woman walking around with a Black baby. I mean, they just didn't do that in the 80s or the 90s. And so we had to navigate conversations we weren't familiar with. So I'm going to introduce you to one of my first memories regarding the elephant in the room.
You know, that takes a lot of courage. I remember in Florida, and it wasn't anything to me, but I remember being in the ocean, like a specific memory of being in the ocean and just seeing this child being like, well, who's that? I'm like, oh, that's my mom. That's my family. And she's just like, that's not like the lady who takes care of you. I'm like, yeah, she takes care of me. She's my mom, you know? And when I was born, my mom was 50 years old. So she also looked like my grandmother. So everybody was confused. You know, you see this old white lady carrying around this little black baby. Yeah. Ashy ass baby. And like, I think that's what Florida was thinking. They were like, you know, we can't have ashy babies running around Florida, because that's what it was. Like, you know, they didn't know how to properly care, like, you know, for a black child. But the most important thing was they showed me love, and I never felt different. So when I was approached with these questions, and I've had these questions my entire life, but when I was approached,
So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean by ashy baby. My family did not play. Look at all that ash. Whose child is this? Look how dry my skin is. Oh my God. You know, the Black community was lit up. They were so mad that this Black baby was walking around with all this damn ash. So it's funny, y'all. I struggled, but it caused a backlash. It caused a big clash. And there were organizations from all over the nation that fought against interracial adoption because of things like this. This was the elephant in the room. What was this family doing with this child? You know, from the outside, it looked like I wasn't even being taken care of, but they didn't know. They didn't know what was going on here on the inside. And so I'm going to have you listen to the rest of that conversation and what it was like growing up in a space that was unaccepted.
And just the most courageous people that I've ever met. You know, you get stares. You absolutely get stares. And you get criticized by both communities really badly. You know, the Black community is like, what are you doing with that ashy baby? You know what I mean? And and it upsets them.
Yeah, like, you don't have a right to this to our Black baby.
100%.
And the white people are like, what are you doing with that Black baby?
And they're like, you're gonna raise her as it's like, you know what I mean? It is that mentality, and this was the 80s.
It's crazy,
and and nobody was doing that.
Right.
Nobody was
it's a
doing
different time.
that. Yeah,
now
exactly.
It's like, whatever.
Connecticut was down with it though.
Connecticut.
You know what I mean?
1985?
Connecticut.
That's fire.
So
as trash as it is at times.
At times, they have the right heart, and you know, that's where the understanding of courage came from, because I didn't really know what was going on, but I never saw my mom cry. I never saw my aunt cry. The nurse became my aunt.
And so that was the reality of things. The Black community was like, what are you doing with that baby? And the white community was like, what are you doing with that baby? So unbeknownst to me, I didn't know the struggles that they were fighting. I mean, I didn't even know until really later on in my life what they were actually doing. You know, how many barriers they were breaking, how many ceilings they were smashing. But they pushed forward. Nothing stopped them. Their love for me was the most important thing in the world, and nothing was going to stop them. So even to this day, despite all those challenges that they went through, to this day, I've only seen my mom cry once. And it was after I had to have a major surgery. I said I was very, very sick as a baby. And when I was about 5 years old, I had to have another life or death surgery performed by a doctor who had done the surgery on a child my size, maybe twice. And so my chances, nobody knew how I was going to come out. And the first time that I saw my mom cry was when she went to go get tea, and she came back from getting came back from the cafeteria, and she was on her way to my room, and she met me in the hallway walking for the first time after my surgery. And that is the only time that I remember seeing my mom cry. So she had incredible strength and courage, and I'm sure she cried alone at times that I never saw. And sometimes I wish she cried more often so that I could cry more often. But it wasn't too long after my surgery. I was fine. Everything turned out amazing, better and healthier than ever. And it was time. It was time to make it official. I was born Angie Telemock, and I carried that name for 6 years. And in 1991, we became a family, and I became who you know me today, Angela Helen Legg. And that would also become a name synonymous to courage, strength, and love. And this is the moment. I still have the certificate in a little box. It's a good moment. It was a good moment. And so we were all a family, and it was great for a long time. But, you know, the relationship that I had with brothers, incredible. They loved me so much. I was their favorite toy. And, but we all grow up, right? So these young kids turned into teenagers, and they could make themselves food and stay home without being watched. And so it was time for my mom to find a new job. She was incredible because she had to find a new job now at almost 60 years old and with a Black baby. She had to find a live-in nanny job. She had this unwavering faith in everything. She just always knew it was going to be okay, always. And I'll never forget the day that she interviewed for this family of 4 boys, 4 rambunctious boys, and a single father. They lived in this beautiful town in the suburbs of Connecticut called Guilford. And he took my mom and I and gave her a job. And for the next 15 years, we would almost become another little family. And they're like my brothers today. She always knew. And she became, you know, they needed her just as much as she needed them. And I don't know how she did it. 4 boys is crazy. They're crazy. And then me too. And she always kept us in line. It was incredible the power that, the soft power that she had over us. But that's a whole nother story. And so let's fast forward a little bit to 2019. In 2019, I decided to flip the script, decided to change my whole life and quit my job. And part of that was because my mom started to lose her memory. So let's go deeper into 2019.
I have been taking care of my mom, who's now 86, for the past 10 years. And for the past year, she's had dementia. So it has been, I quit my job last year, but I wanted to spend time with my mom, and I didn't think COVID was going to happen. So I was going to take some time off, and COVID hit, and my family has property in Maine. So I ended up taking her to Maine for the summer, and we spent the summer there. And for the past, 10 years, she has not a burden and not holding me back, but she was, my reason to wait. She was why I waited, because I got my dream job when I was like 29, got my dream job in New York City, and a year and a half later she has a heart attack. And so I come home, and I start waitressing until I can get another job and so on and so forth. But everything has always revolved around making sure that she is okay.
Because she made sure you were okay.
My hero. You know what I mean? She did things for me. Yeah.
My hero. No. And this interview that you've been watching was recorded just 2 days before her final breath. I was with her, and she remembered me. I was her darling daughter, her sweetie pie, and she never forgot that. She taught me everything about life, love, and happiness. And as I conclude this first half of my tribute, my program, I want to leave you with just some of the amazing advice that she's given me throughout the years.
At least one thing you know for certain. I love you. And I'll always love you. And as long as I'm standing up and smiling and joking, there's nothing to worry about. Just relax and let your life be soft and easy, not some big bricks poking up every place. So just find your husband, find yourself a husband rather, get married, have children, and enjoy life.
So it makes me sad.
Well, think of something funny. Let's see, can I tell you something funny? I don't know. What did I don't know anything. I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything.
Whew. Always gets me. But now it's time for the healing process. I've had so much perspective in these last couple of weeks, and I want to share with you some of the things that have helped me find my peace. Everybody grieves differently and is on a different journey. But what I know is that they don't want us grieving. They're right here, right here. They're right beside us all the time. And I feel closer to her than I did when she was here. And that's eternal love. So this next part was last minute. I wasn't going to do it, so it's a little makeshift. But I decided that it was important. And It's a few minutes long, but it's a perspective into where they go after they pass and why I know that she is here with all of us tonight, especially myself, but all of your loved ones too. They're right beside you. And I want to give you a piece of what I know. So give me just a moment while I set up. Be right back. Okay, a little makeshifty, but let's do it, huh?
Oh, just for a minute, and I'm not really doing this today, but your mother is fine. You need to know your mom is fine. You know that in your head somewhere, but in your heart, she's fine. And your adoptive mom, what's her first name? Pamela. She's very proud of you. She's very proud of you. And she's got her mind back. She's wearing a dress right now. She's gorgeous. Her hair is all done. She's about the presentation, your mother. I'm going to call her your mother because she raised you. Yeah, absolutely. And she said to thank you for everything. And all these brothers were from her? No. Is there one brother from her?
No. It's another complicated story, but no, I was her only child.
Okay.
But I grew up, yeah.
I think she wants you to stay close with the brothers. Okay. She said that when she went over, she said it was very peaceful. She wants you to know that. You were there with her, right? Yeah. She said, because she was thanking you for being there. Yeah, she said thanking you for being there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry. She just wants to talk to you for a minute.
It's okay.
That she always did right by you. Yeah. She wouldn't have changed anything, she said. Nothing. I think she had her ups and downs too, because she's showing you some ups and downs, but she wouldn't have changed a thing. And she said to remember what she taught you a lot about just life. She's very, she has her hands in a prayer position at you right now. So she's just sending you a lot of blessings. They're all there to help you, she's saying. She's never leaving you. She's always going to be by your side. And she said she's coming to you in dreams. So when you dream about her, that's a visit. It's not just a dream. Remember I said about the butterfly before? How you were like a butterfly? When the springtime comes, or even if it's winter, you see, not a moth. I'm not talking about a moth. I'm talking about a butterfly. That would be a sign of your mom. She said that. She said, she's calling you her daughter. She said, my daughter is very graceful. She'll help you buy those other houses. She'll be personally picking them out. Does Jimmy mean anything?
What is it?
Jim or Jimmy?
Jim, I have an Uncle Jim.
Is that her brother?
No.
What side of the family is that on?
On
Simply Simplify it.
My second family. So it's my family. I can't simplify it. I can't simplify it. My aunt, who also passed, my aunt and my mom were best friends. So
wait a minute. What's the aunt's name?
Mary Ellen.
She's right here. Okay. You said aunt. She came right in there. She's like this. She's like so excited. She's taking good care of your mother. She needs you to understand that. She said, we're all here. And she said, her energy just brought up this whole room that I'm sitting in. And she said, we got her. That's how she said it. We got her. We got her. We're taking good care of her. And then she goes, the whole expression on her face, Mary Ellen. So I think Mary Ellen did her hair for some reason. Just, getting her, getting her acclimated over there. We got her. She just keeps saying, we got her. And she's just smiling like crazy. So now, is Jimmy her husband?
No. Jim is her sister's husband. Mary Ellen's sister's husband.
Okay, so it's a brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And he's over there, right? Because I'm hearing his name.
Oh, no, he's here on Earth.
He's still here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know Jim.
That's okay. She was I think it was the aunt just trying to get my attention that she's here too. Sometimes I see him, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, your mother went over there to a complete party. These people are not quiet. They're not subdued group of people. So, Mary Ellen, I'm not laughing that your mom passed.
Yeah,
I'm laughing at your aunt. Your aunt's she's a trip to me. Because she just said, we're going to teach her all the ropes. I'm like, what ropes? She says, we're going to teach her everything.
I love it. I love it.
And your mom is like, she's like, oh, I'm so happy to see everybody. She regains her memory in a moment's notice. So, a moment's time, and she wasn't sure where she was going at first. But everybody that she knows over there was helpful to, I think Mary Ellen was key to kind of, I see the hand reaching to your mom to, when all this was going on. And your mom recognized her right away.
Never forgot Mary Ellen.
Who's Kathy?
Kathy is Mary Ellen's sister who's married to Jim. And
but Kathy's still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is Mary Ellen. For some reason, she's talking more than your own mom. But she said to say hi to Kathy. She's trying to give me something so you know it's her. You understand, right? Yeah. Your mom, you have your mom's ring, right? You're supposed to have a ring of your mom's.
I do have a lot of jewelry. I wonder if that pink ring is my mom's.
She didn't say, she said the ring, the T-H-E. So, she didn't tell me what kind it was. She's just saying, you have the ring. Wear her stuff. She liked that. She called you her angel. She likes the dog too, she said.
My mom or Mary Ellen?
I asked your mom. I said, do you like the dog? And she said, yes.
She loves puppy dog.
Yeah, she said, yes.
Okay. So what was really special about that moment was Vanessa, the woman on the other side of the conversation, is a spiritual guide. I've been using her for about 10 years. And when mom passed, I contacted her. And actually didn't even ask to speak to my mom. I wanted to find out about the future, and I felt I was starting to feel at peace about my mom. So an hour reading turned into 2 hours, and mom showed up in that last hour. And Vanessa was gracious enough to deliver these messages that have helped me understand what happens over there. Everything that I believed happened. She got her memory back. She's wearing pearls and dresses, and the pain is gone. And she's proud of me. And the ring that she's talking about is this ring that, I don't know if you can get that. It's a ring that was given to me by an incredible friend. And it was given to me just about a week after my birthday last year. I'd come back from Iceland. That was an incredible trip. It changed my life and solidified my own inner strength and courage. And this dear friend said, I have a gift for you. She's like, I didn't plan on getting it, but it found me. And it's for you. And it was this beautiful Wonder Woman ring. And I don't take it off. So the reason why I wanted you guys to hear that is because I really wanted you to understand what happens and where they are and how they think of us. The fact that Mary Ellen showed up too. Those are my loves. Those are my loves. And they both showed up for me. They'll always show up for me. I have to just call on them. Don't be afraid to call on these people and talk to them like they're right there. And it's okay to cry. And it's okay to be sad. I'm still sad. But I'm not grieving. I'm celebrating. This is me celebrating. And you guys are celebrating with me. And that means everything. That means everything. There's a time, I'm lucky. I should say that I'm very, very lucky because my mom was 86. She had an incredible life. She didn't suffer. I got to spend an entire year with her, just with her, taking care of her. And somehow God, the universe, whatever, made it so that I could do that. Because I believe that was my purpose. This was part of my purpose in life. Part of her purpose was to make sure that I came out okay. I am her legacy. And so now it's my duty to carry on that legacy, to carry on her message, and to keep being strong and pushing on and inspiring others to be strong, because they are right here with us. They're right here with you right now. Whoever you believe you miss the most is right beside you. And I want you all to understand that. It's so powerful when you call on these people, when you celebrate their life, their stories. And I have one more story that I hope kind of finishes the night. So my mom always talked about, with dementia, you always remember the past. You always remember like really strong details of the past. And I was named after my grandmother. My middle name is after my grandmother, Helen. And my mom didn't fancy my father much. I mean, fancy her father much. So she didn't really speak about him. And when she did, they weren't the nicest of things. And so apparently my grandfather would cheat on my grandmother and wasn't nice to the kids and was kind of a dick. So I was going through mom's files, and I don't know if this is going to pop up, but this is her gift. I mean, this is her birth certificate. And I found it when I was just going through some stuff. And I discovered the name of her father. And a lot of people give me a lot of flack for my last name, Legg. I've heard all the jokes, you guys. I've heard all the jokes. And so having the last name Legg, you know, is cool, kind of tough. Get over it, right? So my grandfather's first name was Harry. So his name was Harry Legg. No wonder he was a dick, right? Well, there's more. His middle name was Richard, AKA Dick. So my grandfather's name was Harry Dick Legg. And that is the funniest thing I have discovered in my lifetime. Who would do that to their child? So there's always a silver lining. There's always a reason to celebrate and to smile and to have conversations in the dark or in your dreams. They want us to be happy, you guys. And we can be. I will be. I am. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. This is part of the healing process. The vulnerability sets you free. Me in this moment, I'm better than I was yesterday. And it's still fresh. But I've got a smile on my face because look at what I'm doing. And it's fucking badass. And it's because of her. So I have no reason to be sad. So thank you guys so much for joining me. If anybody is interested, on Facebook, I have put up for a donation in honor of my mom. It is for grieving children who have lost a loved one. My mom loved children. She always cared for them. Happy, sad, grieving or not. And I know that she would love this. She would love to help them. So if you have $1, $2, it'd be amazing to share that together with me and with her and with them. So thank you again, everybody. I love you so much. For anybody who's hurting, please DM me. For everyone who reached out to me during these times, I love you. Couldn't do it without you. You guys know who you are. And shout out to a couple of incredible people. Shout out to the Downtime TV guys for producing a really beautiful interview that you guys watched. Definitely go check them out. Thank you to all my girlfriends who called me every single day and were by my side and gave me great perspective and helped me with a lot of different things. Thank you to Chris Warrens, who allowed me to tell my story for the first time on his podcast, and it was the catalyst for what you see today. And thank you to my family who let me and mom move in over the summer. And then obviously, thank you to Vanessa, who was giving me my reading. She gave me so much love and perspective and is now an incredible person in my life. But thank you guys again. I can't thank you enough. I'm very gratuitous. I feel free. Still sad, but I feel free, knowing that this is just the beginning. I hope you guys have an incredible Sunday night. And I hope this helped you. I hope this helped you like it helped me. I hope it healed you like it healed me. Love you guys.